Yo, what's up? I'm Ira Cross, a working actor and model, giving you some insights from myself as well as other people that I've met and know and love in the industry of film, photography, sound, all of those things and everything in between. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started. On this episode, we're going to talk about finding legitimate work. Make that work legit, make it work. So the points that I'm going to hit on today are, the first one, if you're signed with an agency, is it okay to book outside of my agency? The second point, and the reason that you're here, how do I know if it's legit? And the last point that I'm going to hit on is sources to help you find legitimate work. First point, is it okay to book outside of your agency? Meaning, is it okay to get work that your agency didn't find you? Very simple answer, maybe. Maybe. Here's why I say maybe. I say maybe because it truly does depend on the situation. Now, I live in Ohio, as many of you know. I live in Ohio, and I have agencies in Ohio. If I find a booking on my own, and it's in Ohio, and it's potentially one of my agency's clients they work with, and I find that booking without them, I could get in trouble if I take that job. So typically what I do is I'll be like, you know what, this might be somebody that my agency works with. Let me tell my agency about this opportunity. Then my agency does the rest of the work that's there. However, I live in Ohio. I have no agency representation in Nevada, none. If somebody gets on Instagram, sees my Instagram account, and they're like, yo, we love your look. Oh my God, you're so amazing. If this Nevada client wants me and I feel like it's legit, I'll tell you why in a second. If I feel like it's legit and I'm feeling good about it, I can take it without agency representation. I'll give you an example. I have no agency representation in New York State. If you're interested in giving me representation in the state of New York, message me you know what to do. Anyways, I have no agency representation in New York. This client, I'm not going to mention them, I saw that they posted something. I submitted to it. They liked what they saw. They brought me in. But that was outside of my agency. Done outside of markets that my agencies have. On to the real reason that you are here. How do I know? Ira, how do I know if it's legit? If the gig is real? If it's gonna get me the ducats? How do I know? So many reasons. I will not be able to list them all. I'm just going to list the first few that come to my wonderful, glorious brain, all up under here. One reason it comes to mind that you know that it's something that is a legit booking is if they let you know how much you're going to be getting paid, how many days you're working. I'm adding on to this. How many days you'll be working, right? And they might even ask you if you have agency representation. If they're asking if you have agency representation within the market that they're working in, they're looking to work with a legitimate client. Well, they're the client, they're working for legitimate talent. If they are working with and have a legitimate casting director, meaning that person has work that you've seen or work that you can easily find, that's pretty legit to me. If it's like something that's a short film per se, and you're like, you know what, I've never heard of these people, let me look them up. If you can find them on IMDb and they have a list of work, that's a resume. They're already proven to you that they can do it, they're legit. I love that, that's beautiful. Now this is more of a red flag, I guess you could say, but if somebody reaches out to you on Instagram and they say, hey, we love your look, which is amazing, it's fantastic, we would love for you to promote some of our things. And you're like, cool. What does that entail? Always ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Make sure you always ask questions. Now, if they're willing to do those things and they say, yeah, we'll go ahead and, give you da-da-da. You're like, okay, what's the compensation? Oh, we're not going to compensate you. Rather you just be, representative and show our things and we'll give you this promo code. That's not a legit booking. That is somebody trying to use you as an influencer, even if you don't have enough followers to be an influencer. That is not what you want. If you're really focused on being a serious actor or actress model. Just to say, I've never done it. Kudos to people who do it to get the free goods. Hey, do you enjoy it? Not for me. I'm trying to do this for the real thing. I'm trying to get paid for what I do and showing my creativity and my talent and skill. YouTube, where you at? I'm just, YouTube, where we at with this? How's that work? Anyway, last thing. sources to help you find legitimate work. Number one source for me, my agencies. I have multiple agencies and they do amazing, glorious work to help me get bookings. They make me look good. There are also a number of different websites that you can use that tend to also have apps as well. But using a website, huge. Now, what I've found in my experience, and I could be wrong or I could be slightly not fully correct, is these websites, when you join them, or when clients go on them, whether it is somebody who is trying to make a commercial or some print ad or a short film or feature-length film, when they put their information on here, there's a certain, I guess, rigmarole, if you will, that they have to go to show that they're legitimate. One, that actually makes sure that you get legitimate work as an actor, actress, model. Two, it makes it so that you're not wasting your time and the client is not wasting their time. And it makes it so whatever website you go onto, I'm about to list them in a second, whatever website you go onto, it makes that website more reputable too, so that more people want to go to that website. Legitimate, it's legit. 3 different sites that I use that also have apps are Casting Network, Actors Access, and Backstage. So those 3 are 3 that I use, and I look at them every single day, to be honest with you. I looked at them before I started this video. All those things are great resources. If you know others that are legitimate and are very good sources to find work, please comment them below. Let me know. I want to know. Let me know what's up. But also the people who watch this, I want them to also have a multitude of resources. I'm going to check them out and let you know if somebody shares it. I'm going to post it and put it on my other social media accounts to be like, hey, somebody posted this and this also works too. Check them out. Love it. Share it. Love that. Another way that I feel is something that I don't utilize a lot just because it's not something that I can tap into, but referrals. Now, if a friend of yours or somebody you've worked with or a colleague, what have you, somebody's like, hey, I really think you'd be really good for this thing that we're working on in this project, you should check it out. Or, hey, I sent your casting information to the casting director, you should check it out. Whole different ball game, because at that point, you're being introduced to something that's already been created. Again, not something that I tap into too often, just because it's not something that I have control over to actually go do. So referrals are definitely another huge thing to see if something is legitimate, if you trust the referral. As always in my videos, I love to say thank you so very much for watching. If you have anything to share, comments, questions, insight, whatever that is, if I was wrong, correct me, let me know. Put that in the comments below. I would love to hear and see what you have to say. Thank you so very much. Shout out to my podcasters that are listening as well. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I don't say that enough, but thank you so much for listening. So very much. You're appreciated. I'm Ira Cross. Why did I say that with a question?